How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the UAB Blazers Dynasty here on College Football 25. This is the preseason video. As you know, we're coming off of a national championship. Our coach is officially wrong one. Our coach is officially a program builder now. We have one single ability in here, which is upgrade your school's best two pipelines by one tier. Um, and so I'll probably end up going. I'll probably end up going with the second tier and the third tier of that at some point, just because that can be really good when it comes to recruiting, no matter where we end up at. So that'll probably be my go-to when it comes to coach abilities from here on out. I mentioned in the last video I had to make some decisions on the playbook based off of this right here. Cam Shanks, a 97 overall without the boost, 99 with the boost. He's going to be heavily featured in the offense. He just has to be. Being a 99 overall means that he has to be in the offense a lot. And not only is he a 99 overall with obviously with the boost, but he's also got some room to improve. I don't know exactly how many of these abilities he will get before he graduates. Looks like he could get platinum safety valve right now. You only need 86 catching for that. He's got 89. Of course, he was a receiver. But I started thinking about this. What offense can best suit my team? And I think it's actually pretty simple. And I've been wanting to do this for a minute. And I'm not gonna. This isn't even the playbook I'm gonna run is a stock playbook. It's not a custom playbook. It's stock. So let's go ahead and look at it. Scheme and playbook. I'm gonna run the Lincoln Riley USC Air Raid playbook. Now, if I'm being honest, I'm gonna do less air raid, more shotgun spread option. But I will still incorporate the air raid into the offense, but it's going to be quite a bit of option related stuff, RPO related stuff. It's the Lincoln Riley, offense with a little bit of my own personal twist to it. So expect a lot of passing, but also expect quite a bit of running. And I'm going to utilize our backs as a 1-2 thunder and lightning kind of combo, with Godfrey being the power back in situations where I need a couple yards or I need a touchdown at the goal line. And then you have Cam Shanks, who is the ultimate receiving back, being super quick, having great ball carrying vision, having decent carrying now that he had his training results, and he has excellent catching, especially for a running back because he was a receiver. So all that to say, this is the offense I'm going to run this year. I mentioned it in the last video. I just thought I'd go over that in the preseason. You'll get to witness that offense in action in week 1. Speaking of which, let's go look at some schedules. Week 0, we don't play anybody. Week 1, we play Memphis. We got to play our rival. This will be a good time for us to test out the offense. Then we're gonna have a bye week in week 2. We're gonna play Syracuse and Louisville at home. Going to take on Miami in week 5 at Miami. I'm going to play Washington at home in week 6. I thought that was a good out-of-conference matchup for us to have. Going to play North Carolina at home in week 7. We're going to go to Virginia Tech in week 8. And then we have our last home game is week 9 against Utah, which I thought was another good test for us, a team that I thought should have made the playoff last year. Then we end the season, like I just mentioned, on 4 straight away games. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an even kill, 6 and 6. 6 home, 6 away. As far as conference is concerned, we play only 1, 2, 3 of our conference games at home this year, and the remaining 6 games are played on the road. Anyway, there's the schedule. Let's go get to recruiting real quick. I've already done a lot of this. I'm going to go by position. At quarterback, this is kind of the guy I'm looking at right here. This Matt Stanford. He looks to have quite a few pieces that I'd like to have. Good arm, good speed, excellent acceleration, decent ball carrying vision. His throw under pressure could be a little bit better, but he is still a young quarterback. I've got Ehlers behind him, which could be the better out of the two, and then Teron Tongs or Tongs. It might be. I'm gonna say Tongs. Teron Tongs. He has platinum headstrong, pretty good abilities. He's a field general though, so different abilities on field generals versus improvisers and scramblers. Now this improviser has pretty good speed and agility and deep accuracy, but his medium accuracy scares me a little bit. I think out of all the quarterbacks, I think Matt Stanford is the one that I'd rather have out of all of them. He's got decent speed and extremely good acceleration. Let's go on to halfback. I got a bunch of halfbacks on this list. I'm not going to go through all of these. I'm going to go through the ones that I would like to have. Dimitri Marshall is number one on the list. This is the kind of guy that I'd like to have right here. This is the premier back for me. He doesn't have great catching, doesn't necessarily need it. He just has to have extremely quick wheels, and he does have that. And he's got a really good juke move with platinum sidestep. So this is going to be one of those situations where I just look for a power back with 94 speed right here in Dexter Culver. That's going to be a big time get if we can get that. Jeremiah Wick's on here as well because he has the platinum armbar, even though they say he's a bust. The reason why there's a ton of halfbacks, it's not really because I need this many. It's because I want to trim down the fat, see which ones I feel like I can actually go for. Wide receivers, only got one on the list here. Akeem Ogbule. He's a deep threat, but the 94 speed caught my attention, and the 94 agility was pretty good as well. He's got shifty as an ability, clear-headed road dog, and team player, all good abilities, especially if I wanted to move him over to running back in the future, which could happen. This is all assuming I don't leave after this season. Tight ends, none. Offensive tackles, none. Guards, I went after one, Wade Zimmer. This guy I'll probably see. We'll probably go after him regardless. He's got good abilities. We just need more depth there. We can never have too many offensive linemen. Defensive end, no. Defensive tackle, no. Linebackers got two on the board. Demario Augustine and Ramon Pettis. You can kind of look at their stats and abilities if you want to. Yeah. Middle linebackers got several on the board. We'll just, like I said, you can just look at their abilities if you want to. Sean Batty, 93 speed is really good. This guy's got 89 speed, 91 acceleration, 88 tackle. Vince Ehlers. Shamir Farrell, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. Keenan Shockey, 90 speed, 89 acceleration. Cameron Hearns, another 90 excel, 87 speed, 77 zone, so really good zone for a run stopper. I thought Batty also for a run stopper, he has incredibly good zone at 78, and Platinum Road Dog is exactly what you want on your defense. Oh, didn't mean to do that. That happens way too much. Let's go ahead and go down to cornerbacks. Got three on the board. Jamal Gardner. I wouldn't get attached to too many of these guys. This guy's just got great abilities across the board. His zone isn't on here. That scares me a little bit. We run a lot of match coverage, so his man being an 80 is pretty good. 95 speed's really good. Daryl Kareem's on here as well. Not so great slot or not so great zone coverage, but being in the slot, he's unlikely to play a whole lot of zone anyway. Tackling being 71, pursuit being 80 is pretty good. And then Brian Peace is on here as well. He's a 3-star. Free safeties, we got 3 on the board. Jackson Church, run support, free safety with, he's pretty slow, honestly, but he's got decent zone coverage for a freshman, and 86 speed, 86 agility is not terrible, but I can tell you by looking at him, he's not all that great. Dang, dude, why do I keep doing that? That's so annoying. They got to find a way to, maybe next year whenever this game comes out, the 2025, or College Football 26, they could fix that. Nate LaRoe, went after him as well. He's kind of a similar situation as Church. And then Leonard Busby, he's probably the one I want the most out of all of them just because he's got the faster speed and that hit power is actually quite high for a free safety right out of high school, especially a 4-star. So I think I got one other guy. Yeah, David Cassell. He's a gem. He's the number one player in Utah, number one strong safety in the country. And he deserves it. Platinum Legion, Gold Road Dog. His mental abilities are great. 94 speed, 90 acceleration, all that's great. 82 zone coverage is insane. Um, so I'd love to have David Castle. I think I said Dave Cassell, but David Cassell, David Castle, however you want to say his name. I'd love to have him. I may go all in on him just right out the jump just to see if I can't get him. We'll just have to look and see on that. Kicker, none. Punter, none. And yeah, that's recruiting. Just a quick go through there. Let's take a look at the depth chart. Gonna stick with Carlos Hepburn here in his sophomore redshirt season. He's just got the right tools for the offense that I'm wanting to run. Adai will back him up, and then Choice will be behind him. There is a chance that I could have Choice be the backup at some point. Just depends on how things go. I think Adai is probably the better out of the two when it comes to being able to change direction, make decisions. He's just got slightly better awareness. Throwing power is pretty comparable on all three of these guys, so that's not going to be an issue. Hepburn's definitely going to start for us, though. Running back, Godfrey and Shanks. I've got Godfrey starting, but if I'm being honest with you, it's just because I think he deserves it after the last 2 seasons he's had. Shanks, they're going to split carries most likely. Yeah, we could see a little bit of Isaiah Carlson at some point, but most likely he's only going to come in situations where Godfrey's out and we need a power back kind of deal. Alfonso Washington, the sophomore, I don't think he'll see a whole lot of play, but you never know. It could happen. Fullback, I actually do have a fullback. His name is Damian Abraham. Recruited him last year. I doubt he sees the field ever, just to be completely honest. Wide receivers, got Blum, Hooks, Slaughters, Bullocks, Milliner, and Iglesias. I think all of them probably see play. Actually, I'm going to put Fowler in this number 6 position here. I kind of want him to see some play this year. I don't want him to see enough play to where he burns his red shirt. So I need to be careful. Once he gets to 4 games played, I'm probably going to pop the red shirt on him and leave it at that. But up until that point, by all means. Iverson Hooks should have a great senior season. Steve Blum, this could be a breakout year for him. This offense really is predicated on passing the ball a ton at times. I'm going to run a lot of option, but I'm also going to run some air raid at times. Tight ends, we got the good ones. Denard Wooden, he's a blocking tight end for the most part. His catching traffic actually is pretty decent, 69. Catching is 84. This is interesting because when I originally looked at this catch and traffic, it was much lower. But now that I've advanced into the preseason, it's actually gone up since then. And you see his abilities, pocket shield, second level, all that stuff's real great. But we'll see if this is going to be good enough. 6'3", 309, speed of 77 is almost unheard of. It's kind of wild, actually. He's an anomaly of sorts. Left tackle, Barry Walker. Left guard, Jerome Williams. Center is going to be Matthew Hayes. Right guard, Joshua Levitri. Right tackle, actually going to be our backup center, which is Patrick Odenegbo. Left end, Darrell Hurst, the legend. Right end, Emmanuel Waller. Defensive tackle, Merriweather Matlock. Left outside linebacker, Jalen Blaylock. Middle linebacker, Sermons, maybe McNichols at times. Right outside linebacker, the freshman Spencer Anthony. He's going to see some play this season. And Daniel Harris will be behind him. Cornerbacks, we've got Javon Thomas, Kelly Jones, Josh Stock, Enrique Quick, and Jimmy Bunting, all of which could see play this season. Free safeties, Kirkland and Hardy, both of them could see play as well. Strong safeties, Haddad and Sherrills, I anticipate they will also see play with some of the looks that I'm putting on the field. Kicker, we got a new kicker this year, Spencer Washington. He's a power kicker, but his accuracy is actually better than his power, so tell me how that works. Punter, Jamal Melton, he punted for us last year. His power went up quite a bit, so hopefully he won't average just 39 yards a punt this year. Kick returner, it's going to be Iverson Hooks. I've got Hardy as a second kick returner. Punt returner, Iverson Hooks. Kickoff, Washington. Actually, I'm going to put Melton on kickoff since he's got the better kick power. Long snapper, Odenegbo. Third down running back, Shanks. Power running back, Godfrey. Slot receiver, Iverson Hooks. Rush left in, Darrell Hurst. Rush right in, Daniel Harris, the left outside linebacker. Rush defensive tackle, Miles Cook. Sub linebacker, Sermons. And slot cornerback is actually Earl Hardy because I think he's better than any of the other guys I can put here. I could put Stock in that position, but I do really want Hardy to get some experience, so I've put him there. This may end up being Stock. Actually, now that I look at abilities, oh man, I'm probably going to need to put Stock there now that I've looked at the abilities. That house call's really good. And plus Legion, Road Dog, Team Player, all that stuff, it looks really, really, really good. Playing time is a deal breaker for Earl Hardy, but my guy, you're just going to have to deal with it. All right, so that's the depth chart. Red shirts, I'm not sure I've done red shirts yet, actually. Might not have. I haven't done them. So I'm going to redshirt Salam. Jalen Salam, he'll get the red shirt this season. Wide receivers, I don't think I'm going to redshirt any wide receivers just yet. I can redshirt this tight end, that's for sure. Left tackle, no. Left guard, I think I can redshirt Alexander Paul. Center, I can redshirt Scales. Right guard, I can redshirt Thrasher. I'm going to keep Sash. Right tackle, I think I can get away with doing both of these. Acker and Tam can both get a red shirt. Left end, nobody there. Right end, got two here. They're probably both going to get one. Defensive tackles, no. Linebacker, no. I don't think I'm going to redshirt any linebackers, actually. Maybe one. Mike Stromberg doesn't need to see the field. Cornerbacks, Percy Nelson, he can get one. The rest of these guys, I don't want a redshirt just quite yet. Strong safeties, Josh Crispin. This guy was actually going to be a receiver for me, but I ended up putting him at strong safety because of his height and his abilities got really good. Kicker, I don't have two kickers, and punter, I don't have two punters. So there's red shirts. All right, guys. That's pretty much the entirety of our preseason video. I mean, we can check out the top 25 real quick if you guys want to. Georgia, who we beat in the national championship game last year, is number one in the media, and they're not number one in the coaches. So we're number one in the coaches poll, followed by Oregon, Georgia, Ohio State, Penn State, Tennessee, Florida, Clemson, Pittsburgh, and Miami. So 1, 2, 3, 4 ACC teams in the top 10 of the coaches poll. Media poll, Georgia, UAB, Florida, Penn State, Oregon, Ohio State, Clemson, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Oklahoma is the top 10. We can take a look at, well, I guess I can't look at that until week 1. Preseason All-Americans, I'm assuming we'll have somebody. Yeah, Cam Shanks is a preseason first-team All-American, which he hasn't proved to be that at all. So that's based off of nothing but his overall. If anything, this is kind of a slap in the face to Corey Godfrey, who I would assume he's not even... That's a slap in the face right there to Corey Godfrey, if I'm being honest. ACC, preseason first team, Shanks is there as well. Second team... Wow, what a slap in the face. All right, so we're going to have to prove a lot of doubters wrong this year, again, it looks like. All right, guys. I'll see you in the next video where we will do our week 1 game. We're going to take on Memphis in the battle for the bones as we do every single year. Can we make it 4 straight? I kind of think we will. Memphis is not in our league anymore. Just not to be mean, but it's just the facts. Gotta play your rival though. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you in the next